Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. For those who were there earlier today, thanks for coming back. To the other one, welcome. So, back on our planning. We left off earlier today. We had planned the route already. I'm going to pull up OnAir just so we all can see. So, route is planned. We're going to MSSS, which is the Yopango International. And we have on board live animals. Oh yeah, that's right. That's fragile cargo. So without any further ado, let's get everything going. Start tracking this. Plane has been loaded. If you guys remember, we only have 25 pounds to spare on our maximum total weight, and the wind is blowing. I just took the pitot cover off, and wow, it was flapping in the wind, so hopefully we can take off. Okay, so tracking is going. Turn on the lights, switch the tanks to both. Take the yokes away. Beacon lights, taxi lights, navigation light on, and start the engine.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Good. So first things first. A flight plan. Yeah, I'm gonna paste the route if you guys want to tag along in the chat. Second. Where is it? Here's the route if you guys want to tag along. Oh, this is the first time I see a series of number like that. I don't know if it's a waypoint or if it's a GPS coordinate. I have no clue. I'm gonna fit that in here. Is it part of a departure, an arrival? I have no clue. Let's work it out. Okay. Oh. Leaving MNBR. We are going up runway. We have 27 set for us. Oh, and we are going to MSSS, arriving on runway 33. Enter runway 33. Enter. And I'm gonna try and see if it's a departure. Like departure, there's none, so it's not a departure. It could be airway. Try an airway. No airway. And okay, so I saw that it was a straight line, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'm gonna add the other waypoint, which are Europos, URPOS, those, and A317 must be an airways. I'm gonna go menu, load airways. 8317 is the okay. There, exit at Europos. We're going to exit that at CAT. Go. So that's making our line. Setting it cap, that's good, and we have direct. So I always add an approach. I hate going direct. If there is nothing, I don't go direct, but if there's an approach whatsoever, I'm gonna do it. I like to follow the procedure and makes it for a smoother arrival, in my opinion. So arrival approach procedure. We are going to runway 33. So what do we have on 33? We only have visual, but wind is blowing. I can't change the route. So 33 is straight 33. Oh. Just gonna make sure it's not having me fly. They're weird. So first wave propose. Let's do 2 core. Go to Gabos. That's all. Straight line, UMP to cat. Cat is straight to final. So flight plan is correct. Let's load BeyondATC. Okay, BeyondATC coming up. Load the flight plan. Oh.
BeyondATC connected.
Tune in and get our clearance for takeoff.
CNAMR Control, United 1099, flight level 225.
Ready, somebody on the line?
United 1099, CNAMR Control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 360. Continue climb to flight level 360, United 1099. Good day, CNAMR Control, Costa Rican 4084, descending via Alteg 2, flight level 309er.
We're gonna have clearance today.
Costa Rican 4084, CNAMR Control, identified.
We go for clearance.
Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, on our way to Ilopango.
Airbus. Why Airbus? Everything is messed up again.
Bravo, CNAMR Control, expect runway 27. Climb 4,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors 1225N08647W, squawk 1356.
Squawk 1356. Let's put that in.
Expect runway 27. Climb 4,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors 1225N08647W. Squawk 1356. Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo.
1356.
Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, readback correct.
Oh.
Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 27.
356, why isn't that active? 6.
Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, readback correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 27.
I'm not clicking the right button. Okay, so clear for taxi.
Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 27, Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo. Have a good day.
CNAMER Control, Delta 1820 Heavy. Good day. Flight level 268.
Delta 1820
runway
Heavy,
27.
CNAMER Control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 340.
Our left, taxi.
Continue
Taxiway all
climb
the
to
way.
flight level 340. Delta 1820 Heavy.
7.
CNAMER
Sparking
Control,
brake.
Delta
There we
1827,
go.
descending via OVAD 1 Sierra, 8800.
Delta 1827, CNAMER Control, identified. Delta 1827, contact Liberia, approach 129.2.
Contact Liberia, approach 129.2, Delta 1827. CNAMER Control, Copa 871, good day, flight level 349er.
Copa 871, CNAMER Control, radar contact.
CNAMER Control, United 1516, flight level 197.
United 1516, CNAMER Control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 320.
Continue climb to flight level 320, United 1516.
CNAMER Control, American 887, good day, descending via OVAD 1 Sierra, flight level 295.
American 887, CNAMER Control, identified.
Okay. Now that we are on the runway, flaps 10 degrees. Lock the pilot on the Edinburgh. Flight level change to 74 knots. Altimeter set to 4,000. GPS set for departure. Need to see if it's going to follow it. So, ready to get out of here. Oh, forgot to call for the release.
Airbus 2
You're gonna be
Sierra
mad at
Bravo,
me?
short of 27, holding for release.
Airbus Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, released for departure.
Well, that's going
Clearance
wrong.
point is not off by 21.5 Zulu. If not off by 21.5 Zulu, contact no later than 21.15 Zulu. Time now 20.46 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Well, we're somewhat flying. Taken to the air. That's a very, very, very heavy plane.
Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, CNAMER control.
Let's get those flaps back in, and hopefully we are able to climb without crashing the thing. I think that's the heaviest I've ever took off with that plane. There was not even enough runway.
CNAMER control, American 2061, good day, flight level 350. American 2061, CNAMER control, radar contact.
CNAMER
And
control,
contact tower,
Airbus
very
2
good.
Sierra Bravo, 1,500 feet.
Flying.
American
Falling off the sky?
2061, CNAMER control, expect OVAD 1 Sierra, runway 7.
Well, I'm glad I was not a real pilot on that
Expect
one.
OVAD 1 Sierra, runway 7, American 2061. American
These were
2061,
full power and
descent to
we're
flight
climbing
level
it.
200.
Oh, we're getting to 700 feet a minute.
Descent to flight
Well, it's
level
getting a bit
200,
better.
American 2061. Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo, CNAMER control, good day, identified, continue climb to 4,000 feet.
Yep, climb to 4,000, very good.
Continue climb to 4,000 feet. Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo.
Again, guys, if you want to join, you
CNAMER
have to be
control,
on the
Avion
multiplayer
393,
server.
descending via
USA
rate 1 Alpha,
net.
flight
You
level
have to
342.
backtrack your time at least 1 minute behind real time. If not, you're not going to see.
Costa
gonna see,
Rican
we're not gonna see anybody.
4084, contact El Salvador, approach 129.2.
Contact El Salvador approach 129.2, Costa Rican 4084.
Okay, so reaching 2,700.
Avianca 393, CNAMER control,
Oh, that plane is
identified.
heavy. It's the worst climb I've ever had in that plane. Gee.
Descending via OVAD 1 Sierra, flight level 326.
This is gonna pull up on air for a
80,
second.
CNAMER
Just see
control, radar contact.
if they have seen us hit some trees. No, unfortunately. Ain't it beautiful, right? Los Brasiles, here we go. On our way to El Salvador. We're on our way to El Salvador, we're leaving El Salvador. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we?
CNAMER control, Copa 121, flight level 370.
Can't even find my own plane. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're going to
Copa
Salvador.
121,
Very good.
CNAMER control, radar contact.
We're leaving Nicaragua and we're going to El Salvador.
CNAMER control, Delta 1812, good day, flight level 252.
Delta 1812, CNAMER control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 400.
Continue climb to flight level 400, Delta 1812.
Okay, so we've reached 4,000. Gonna pull back on that throttle a little bit to 2,200. Should be about 80%. I think it's 72 or 73, but we're so heavy. I just assume it's gonna be probably 75 where we land. About 2,300. That 72 is gonna be pretty on the mark again.
Delta 1781 Heavy,
we'll be
contact Liberia approach 129.2. Contact Liberia approach 129.2, Delta 1781 Heavy.
Yeah, 2,200, that's about it. 4. Still losing a bit. 1%. Bit 73. 73 will do it. 38 miles to Verapos before we get to the airway, the 837-17, sorry. And an hour, 35 minutes before top of descent. And we're cruising. I'm a bit curious about the fuel here. You have 33% of fuel. Have a gallon markers in there? Or? Gauge. I'm gonna check on that while we're cruising. We left with 21 gallon. We left with 21 gallons of fuel. It's the maximum capacity of that. Hundred and 10 knots, yeah, to the ground. Great. I can have all the details. I'll go to the marketplace. World aircraft market. For the aircraft I have loaded. Line cruise 122 over ground. Well, that's fine. 56 gallon of fuel. So 28 would be half. 21 would be a little bit less than half. Almost, it's about a third. Yeah, well, that's about right. If we left with like 35 or something like that, that's about right. Okay, let's get back to flight tracking. I think that Kip is online now. No, I think he's...
Name control, Delta 1820 Heavy, good day,
That's
flight
not us.
level 191.
I've seen Kip is online. I don't know where the guys are moving to. I'll have to check up on them.
Delta 1820 Heavy.
So we won't go further than El Salvador today with our plane.
Continue climb to flight level 410.
And we'll just join Kip when we're done with this flight.
Continue climb to flight level 410.
I haven't looked them up on
Delta 1820 Heavy.
on Valenta yet, but they were supposed to be in South America, so
good day. Flight level 223.
it'd be hard to find.
American 651, CNAMER control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 340. Continue climb to flight level 340, American 651.
Found them. The couch captains. They are grounded right now at, what is that airport? Not even marked on the map. SPAR. What is SPAR? SPAR Alerta Airport in Peru. Wow. Alerta Airport is probably a grass strip or something. It's not even listed. Anyway, they're gonna leave from there, I guess, a short moment, so that's not where we're gonna meet them. I'll try to keep track of them, and if you guys want to join, more than welcome. Probably gonna be 20-30 of us couch captains. They're gonna be flying all together, so feel free to join. I'll stay on my live anyway, so you'll hear the couch captain live over my live, and if you want to join, guys, you're more than welcome to join. I'll keep you updated on where we'll be. Okay, how's our scenery going? These look like dried fields. Funny thing is, I'm actually in South America. I'm in Argentina right now. Could have flown from Argentina, but now I have that plane to bring back, and I need to bring it back to Montreal, no matter what. So I paid like $95,000 for that plane, so I'm not leaving it behind. Let me tell you that, and I'm gonna try to make some money on the way. Even if it's a small plane, maintenance and all gets expensive, and fuel. Jeez, fuel is expensive.
CNAMER control, United 775, flight level 330.
United 775, CNAMER control, identified. United 775, CNAMER control, expect OVAD 1 Sierra, runway 7.
I don't think we get to cross any terrain.
Expect OVAD 1 Sierra, runway 7, United 775.
Doesn't seem like we cross any terrain.
United 775, descend to flight level 200.
We might do an arrival.
Descend to flight level 200, United 775.
Let's look at the arrival. So, final approach. Straight to final is green. That's good, and then it gets black. So we're all good. We'll know what. If you guys don't know about that, on that map. Oh man, there's something to say. Okay, so if you guys look on that map,
CNAMR control.
you probably basically don't have the same map as me.
Rake 1 Alpha.
Straight out of the box. But if you go into the map option, and you go here, you can have off terrain. You can have topo, where you're going to see radius, and then you can have the relative terrain. That's what's going to tell you at the height you are if you're in line for impact. So red, you're going to hit it basically. Yellow, you're cutting it close, and green, you're clearing it, but it's there. And black means there's nothing inside. It's a good map to have. Keep it on the safer side if you're flying VFR.
CNAMR control, Delta 1784 Heavy, flight level 264.
Delta 1784 Heavy, CNAMR control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 410.
Continue climb to flight level 410, Delta 1784 Heavy. CNAMR control, American 2060, flight level 194.
American 2060, CNAMR control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, American 2060.
Avianca 393, contact Sandino approach 120.35. Contact Sandino approach 120.35, Avianca 393.
CNAMR control, United 1433, good day. Leaving flight level 150 for flight level 180.
United 1433, CNAMR control, good day, radar contact, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, United 1433.
CNAMR control, Southwest 817, good day, flight level 187.
Southwest 817, CNAMR control, identified, continue climb to flight level 410.
Continue climb climb to flight level 410, Southwest 817.
Okay. Set top of descent just to get a calculation here, but probably gonna double the sim rate in the words. Let's find our elevation first. Up. We're going to MSSS. Pull that up. If you guys ever want to know your elevation, you can always go here, MSSS. Gonna pull it up, and it's gonna give you the elevation right there. So you're gonna have 211 feet when we get there. So we'll want to go 2,000 on the altimeter, because if you guys remember, I fly with the keyboard and mouse, so I do have to land with the auto power. Because if not, it looks like we just took off. I'm gonna go flying in the trees and then off the runway and everywhere. So set the altimeter to 2,000. Activate the vertical navigation. Altimeter is balanced at 2983, and top of descent is in like 90 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna double the sim rate. I don't want to be there for an hour and a half going in a straight line. Go, just monitoring everything. PM is a bit low. I think I'm gonna give it 174. It is. We get about 100 knots true airspeed, so that's about
American 887, contact Liberia, approach 129.2.
Contact Liberia, approach 129.2, American 887.
You know, we take this time to have a look at the jobs that are going to be available when we get to El Salvador. So our arrival airport is the MSSS. Gonna go. I think it's gonna be
CNAMR Control, Alaska 1414.
airport
Good day.
database.
Descending via OVAD 1 Sierra, flight
Let me
level
put that
297.
in so you see what I get.
Alaska
Airport
1414,
database.
CNAMR Control, radar contact.
MS says size 3 airport, so that's not bad. What do we have there? Altitude 7,367 feet. Yeah, that must be runway length. I really doubt that the airport is 7,000 feet in the air. Available runway and night capabilities. Okay, that's good. Services. There's an FBO, so we can buy fuel. Good. Can I set the display for the jobs? I think so. I'm gonna try and see that. Again, okay. Bumping up and down through the air. A lot of turbulence on that flight. You guys don't see it because I pulled the OnAir over, but back there in a minute. Okay, so we want to continue our way. Once we get to MSSS, we want to continue our way or to north or towards Cuba. So this is going north for only for 100 miles. This is going towards Cuba. I'm scared that we can't make that flight. You know what? I'm gonna look that up first. I'm gonna pull you guys back to the flight and look it up in the flight sim planner. I want to know how many miles there is from that coast to Cuba. It's gonna be our first step. Flight, there you go. Okay, so from the edge of SSS is sensing. So we're gonna be can't be going down. Can't be going down like that. So, okay, I'm gonna put it back on for you guys. So here, this one's going north, which is good. This one brings it. This one's going down, back down, but that's not good. This is going the same place, so that's not good either. This might be going in a more interesting way. That's there's 420 hours to do the job. Although it's not paying very much, at least it's bringing us on the right track. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna accept that job. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna accept that job because that's where we're gonna head afterward. It won't be today, it'll probably be tomorrow then. But still gonna accept this one. so that we can move forward in the right direction. And we'll see from MGMM if we're going to go towards Cuba or if we're going to follow the coast up to Mexico and then to the US and then to Canada. Okay, let's accept that. Leave it at that here. We're going to go back to our flight. Go. Following the coast, beautiful coastline of South America. From Nicaragua to El Salvador.
Avianca 397, contact Sandino, approach 120.35.
Contact Sandino, approach 120.35, Avianca 397.
American 2061, descend to flight level 140. Descend to flight level 140, American 2061. United 1433, contact CNAMER control 123.9er. Contact CNAMER control 123.9er, United 1433, bye-bye. United 1516, contact CNAMER control 123.9er, bye-bye.
Contact CNAMER control 123.9er, United 1516.
Beautiful coastline. And what's that called? Funnily enough, on the right side of that bay is Nicaragua. On the left side of it is El Salvador. But if you go straight in the middle, you're gonna touch land in Honduras. On a very, very slim strip of land. Honduras reaches the water inside that bay. Fun fact. Or time-filling fact, because 1 hour and a half of straight flying is kind of long. That's why I have time 2 in the subread. How much time do we have for top of descent? So 51 minutes, so in about 25 minutes we should be at top of descent because we're at sim rate times 2. Gonna have to check up on Kip, see where they're at. We're gonna be touching down in about 35-40 minutes from now. They're probably in flight. They were in Peru earlier, so I'm gonna try to locate them once more. Peru being in South America. Are they still in Peru? That's the question. Look. Are they on the ground or are they flying? 4,000 feet. Going south. They're going south. They're in Peru. On south, following the border with Bolivia. So I don't know if they're crossing over or what. At least they're making their way down. Yesterday was fine with them. We're going east to west, west to east, east to west, west to east. We're moving anywhere in that South America, but now they're going down. That's a good thing. Gonna join them there. I'm flying the 172 G1000 right now, but when I fly with Kip, I fly whatever and match up the speed of whatever he's flying because we all follow each other. So. Can't be going 100 knots if they're going 400 knots, unless I have the sim rate on like 8 times. But then it's so wobbly in the screen. That's just a pleasant experience at all. Okay, so 25 minutes here. Look at that bay again. Must be a ferry in there. Okay, let's get back on our top of descent. We don't want to miss that, right? Because you know you'll have to do a full loop around if you go over your top of descent. So with 39 minutes, that's good. I have a weird feeling we're burning more fuel. Hours 22.4. If I can see how many fuel we burn. System. We have 10.9 gallons remaining. We used 14 gallons of fuel. If we burn 8.3 gallons an hour, and 8.3 gallons an hour, and I pull up the planning, we had 24 gallons of block fuel. $24 of block fuel. And we have an estimated 1 hour 41 in the air. So that one, it's 8.44. 8.44 times 1.66. That makes it that we're gonna burn 14 gallons. And we have blocked 24 gallons. Yeah, that's the weird thing is, I think the 172 is burning more fuel. I do think it's burning more fuel than what it says. Although we are not 2 hours in that flight. Hard to say. It would have been easier to calculate if we hadn't moved the sim rate, but if we used, we used 14 gallons and we have 10, we had used 15, we have 10 remaining. So that makes it 25 gallons that we had on board. Our block fuel was 24 gallons. We're about halfway. Of course, our fuel consumption is going to decrease when we go down, but we have calculated an in around burn of
Airbus 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact CNAMER Control 123.9er. Bye-bye.
So that's 24 gallons. Calculated 14 gallon en route burn. We have 15 burnt already. I'll have to look this up. I have to look this up more closely. Make much sense that we're burning that amount of fuel.
Good day. CNAMR Control, United 1290, descending via Novog 2, flight level 218.
United 1290, CNAMR Control, identified.
About 10 gallons an hour. Cessna should be burning about 10 gallons an hour. System 172S. About 9.9 gallons an hour in a range of 640 nautical miles. Cruise speed 124 knots, endurance 4.26 hours, 45-minute reserve standard fuel consumption. 45 minutes reserve standard fuel consumption per engine is 75 power, 9.9 gallon an hour. At 9.9 gallon an hour, 0.9 divided by 60 times 0.9 divide. Oh, I hate the new calculator on that. Divided by 60 times 1. 9.9 divided by 60 times 101. It gives a burn of 16.7 gallon. But we will have taken more than that. Like, substantially more than that. And that's the en route burn. Or was it that the sim brief had on that? Yeah, that's about it. Kind of have a hard time explaining that. Anyway. Ride's getting quite bumpy here. Look at this thing bobbling around. I hope that's not going to be a disaster landing. We are officially in El Salvador. Closing in on our top of descent.
Cinema Control, Avianca 367, descending via Novak 2, flight level 258.
Avianca 367, CNAMER control identified.
Another strange thing here. Pretty strange thing, actually. OnAir thinks I have 10 gallons on board, and they are the one who balance it. They say that I have 10 gallons on board, but I only have 8 gallons on board. So there's a 2-gallon difference between whatever OnAir is reading and the actual. We have 31 nautical miles to go. Well, we could have fuel, but that's kind of weird.
United 1290, leave Delta heading 190, expect radar vectors for ILS X-ray runway 07.
Leave Delta heading 190. Expect radar vectors for ILS X-ray runway 07, United 1290.
United 1290, contact El Salvador approach 129.2.
Contact El Salvador approach 129.2, United 1290.
Metar says wind 350.7 knots. Kind of a bit windy. Hopefully we have a face wind. We do. Switch the gun.
CNAMR Control, American 1024, flight level 339er.
American 1024, CNAMR Control, radar contact.
Comment ça, t'avais pas de son sur le book? T'es pas prêt à faire du ski, vous?
Control, Avianca 073, flight level 350.
Avianca 073, CNAMR Control, identified.
Ah, je vois, le crise de tout son. Arrêtez de me faire sacrer en live, là. Sur le book, je vais manquer de gaz. Ah, je vois. Pourquoi? Parce qu'elle me trouve drôle avec mon avion? Ah ben ils sont pas là, comme tu peux voir. Plus seul, autant dans le chat. Autant dans le chat que dans l'avion. Ah ben en fait non, j'ai un passager. Ça a l'air un peu bizarre.
Good day, CNAMR Control, JetSal 4301, descending via Obras 2, flight level 284.
JetSal 4301, CNAMR Control, identified.
Good day, CNAMR Control, Avianca 525.
Ouais, le bout le plus drôle, c'est quand je sac l'avion dans la montagne parce que j'ai au joystick.
Avianca 525, CNAMR Control, radar contact.
La banane, elle va être contente, tu transportes des chevaux dans un Cessna. On dirait pas qu'ils ont loadé. Ok, 6 miles to top of descent. C'est de la musique royalty free qu'on peut mettre sans faire bloquer les streams. Il n'y a pas des choix phénoménales.
CNAMR Control, Spirit Wings 256, flight level 319er.
Des soupes faux? Non, des chevaux!
Spirit Wings 256, CNAMR Control, radar contact. Climb to flight level 360.
Des soupes faux! Ouais, ça aurait eu plus de sens vu l'avion, mais...
Spirit Wings 256.
Avianca 367, leave Delta heading 190, expect radar vectors for ILS X-ray runway 07.
Leave Delta heading 190, expect radar vectors for ILS X-ray runway 07, Avianca 367.
Avianca 367, contact El Salvador approach 129.2.
Contact El Salvador approach 129.2,
Des
Avianca
chevaux.
367.
Un cheval, des chevaux. Écoute, je me contrôle énormément bien, même si les chevaux là, me respirent dans l'oreille, ça va bien. Ça va bien. Ce qui me stresse, c'est atterrir avec 7 nœuds de vent sur le top d'une montagne. Ça me stresse. C'est vrai, je suis allergique, c'est vrai, c'est vrai. Mais tu sais, pas comme s'il était ben là, hein? Pas mal juste lui, là, monsieur bizarre. Hein? Non, 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 je suis à El Salvador. J'ai acheté mon avion en Amérique du Sud, je dois la ramener à Montréal. J'en profite pour charrier des chevaux. Pas des soupes faux. Je préférerais de loin les barils de faux, oui. Surtout dans les montagnes. Beaucoup de turbulences dans les montagnes. Et mon avion est overloadé. Il restait 25 livres de place dans mon avion. C'est la merde. Et quelle vue exceptionnelle! J'ai pas soupé, mais j'ai acheté des empanadas que je vais me réchauffer tout à l'heure parce que j'ai dîné à 3 heures.
CNAMER Control, Alaska 1412, flight level 410.
Alaska 1412, CNAMER Control, radar contact.
Eh ben, moi je vais atterrir là. Approach. On. Flight path. On the way. J'ai mangé un riz frit à mon petit resto favori avec une petite bière. C'est plus la gazpacho que la Gestapo. Ok les amis, à demain. Je vais tenter de planter l'avion dans la piste. C'est live, là, c'est live. C'est là que ça se passe, mais c'est tellement turbulent, ça va sûrement finir en désastre.
Landing time logged.
Hey, ça n'était pas si pire. Un vrai professionnel. C'est l'aéroport désert quand même. L'aéroport international de je sais pas quoi. On a sauvé les chevaux. Extinction des moteurs.
Engine off time logged.
Time is logged.
The flight is finished.
Flight is
Has been
finished.
monitored by OnAir.
Ciao. Talk to you tomorrow.
Take it all. I'll take
De la BHB. Hey guys, I'm trying to locate Kip. We're gonna meet them where they are. Looking all over Peru. They've disappeared from the map. I have no clue where they are. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna pull up the stream. Give us an idea. Ew.
Avianca 525. Contact El Salvador approach 129.2.
Okay, let's get rid of BeyondATC because we don't want to be too using BeyondATC. So here. Sorry for before, guys. I was talking with some of my French friends, so that's why I was talking in French. Okay, Kip. We're gonna get rid of the music. First things first. Rid of the music.
Yeah, because they don't have any other train higher than that. Yeah.
They just left SPTU. Okay, so we'll go and get. He's flying the Corvallis, so we can fly the Corvallis too. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's see. Highest mountain peak in Brazil. That says. Wait, are we still in Brazil? Actually, I don't know if we're still in Brazil or not. I've been flying around a bit. Did we cross the border? Well, we're going north. I think we're still in Brazil. We might be in Bolivia.
Oh.
Are we in Peru?
SPTU,
it's hard to tell without
SBRB.
borders on any of these maps. But this mountain range here goes, I mean, this is part of Peru and then Bolivia right here. So I think we might be in Bolivia right now. Destination airport, SBRB. Between Peru and Brazil. Oh, okay, Rio Branco is in Brazil. Well, according to Google, the highest elevation, the highest peak in Brazil is 3,000 meters. So that would be almost 10,000 feet, but it's in the very north on the border. Yeah, in the very north on the border with Venezuela, it looks like. It might change from region to region within the country, or, you know, a different state of Brazil. It might be state by state instead of countrywide. So when we're in like the Amazon area, Amazonas or whatnot, then maybe there it's got its own. I mean, it's got to be state by state, right? Because to the north, yeah, towards Venezuela, there's some mountains up there. It says there's like a 10,000 peak. Yeah, 3,000 meters. The TA changes a lot according to the TMA. Oh, yeah, right now it's 3,000. I like how it's done in the US though, where it's just one altitude. It's just like, alright, well, we don't care where you're flying in the country, it's just 18,000, okay? Alright. Sounds good.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna...
So then what's the... Do you happen to know the airspace then? Like...
Make a freelance job there.
Like in the United States... you know, above 18,000 is Class Alpha airspace, and that's, you have to have an IFR
I haven't
flight
loaded
plan
already.
when you're in the
Okay,
flight
let's
levels,
abandon that. I'm
essentially.
not going there. Yes.
So the transition altitude is the same as the transition to getting into Class Alpha and requiring IFR. It's all the same at
SPTU
18,000.
Cessna C400.
Is there something like that in
That's
Brazil,
right.
do you know? Like, are you, is it just at a different altitude? So it happens to be here, flight level 030 is transition altitude. So then,
Find
but I'm
that.
guessing you're not required to have IFR flight plan at 3,000 feet.
No. Forgot to change the.
So does it? I wonder if it just has its own requirements.
Forgot to change the airport
is
here.
there even
Okay,
a concept
so
of like Class Alpha airspace? Is that just probably just a US
BRB.
thing, right? Good rolling cache settings.
Destination.
I have no idea other than I
SBRB.
wouldn't use 0. I have mine at like 100 gigs, I think. So
1,500
whatever you're willing
bucks.
to give up for your hard drive space.
It's all good.
I don't know if more is better or
Right
not,
now,
but it seems to be working fine for me. Like at like 100.
pretty.
It's set to 16 by default. It's just how,
Okay, so I'm
you know,
loading
it's up to
5
you how
band.
much space you want to dedicate to it. You can always delete it when the
SR22T
sim is
because the
closed.
Corvallis
Just find the
is
file and
not
delete it in your
in.
flight sim folder.
No, it's not in there. It's not in SimBrief, so. Okay, so let's SimBrief dispatch that.
Yeah, the in-game EFB to show state country borders. You can use a little nav map for that. It or you can try that Sky for Sim app as well.
SPTU, SBRB,
But you
no
have to have
alternate.
those running in the background.
That to none.
I do wish
gonna
this
load it
flight
up.
planner had like a roads,
Code SR2T.
roads and cities option. That would be really
It
nice.
has a,
Yeah, to
reference
see
point.
borders of states, cities, names of
SR2T.
rivers. You can use Navigraphs. It's decent. It's still not the best though. Like Navigraph has a world map.
85% cruise profile.
But
very good.
or you probably know you have to pay for it, but they do have a world map.
Rate's
It's just
gonna
kind
be
of whatever.
5 pounds.
It's not the best.
Passenger is going to be 0.
So we see the border of the
Generate flight.
of the ATC borders here, like the FIRs or whatever. And you can see some city names and stuff. Sometimes you can see the river
9,000
names,
feet.
sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to zoom in like really
Go
close.
and
But for a free one, like little nav map is good. You just
import
have to have
that
the program
here.
running in the
Import some
background
brief
on
data.
Windows.
Okay, we have 182 miles to go. We have fuel for 371.
Yeah, Navigraph app is for,
That's good enough.
Navigraph subscribers, yeah.
Validate fuel.
SimBrief dispatch EFB app was causing your game to crash. I had it crash mine once when I tried
Find
to
this
import
one
the route
right
on a
now.
certain plane. But yeah, I mean, you
in
can
here,
always
we're
tab
gonna
out to
need
your
to-
browser to use SimBrief. It's kind of nice in here though, because
Frame
you can just
gen
have it
up.
all in the sim. But yeah, I've had it crash mine before too.
That. Better. Load up the flight plan here. So this is ready. We're going to start tracking. We're going to lose point here because we started on the runway. But anyway, no big deal here.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Ground winds.
Okay.
Winds at flight level
Pull this
50,
back up. I'm
winds
going to
at
program this.
10,000. 5,000 versus 10,000. Look how much they
So-
shift to the east when you get up to 10,000. So right now we have like a tailwind. 10,000 have a
ETU.
crosswind.
Here are on runway.
It would cause crashes on descent? Huh. Yeah, the SimBrief
Localize the
EFB
plane, we
also
are on
messes with your
runway.
in-game maps too. The default maps, which is kind of
19.
annoying. I guess I'll fly myself on a course.
There. Are going to
I'm gonna go to that first waypoint, guys. Acrud.
SBRB.
Acrud. Acrud CIJ. And then RB002. By the time we get over here, we're gonna be getting
We're
vectors
going
for
to
the
runway
approach, probably.
6.
Alright, let's go to left fuel tank.
There.
Oh, I'm on left fuel tank. I mean right fuel tank.
And I do have to remember in that plane we can't put both fuel tanks, so With the altitude 9,000.
Yeah,
so I
I'm
have
sure
to
they'll
remember to
fix some
switch
brief
tanks.
like the EFB app over time too. It's still decent.
We're going
I like being able
direct
to,
crude.
especially when flying an airliner, look at it and look back and forth between this info up here when I'm setting up my flight plan, setting the altitude, you know, setting the fuel and payload
direct
stuff, looking at the
CIJ.
cost index when it has one, reading the route off here to put in the SID and the star in an airliner is nice. Yeah, you could just tab out or
enter. Direct
RB002.
RB002.
On the regular EFB app is the annoying part. So like on here, I have no airport icons now. Can't find or click anything.
RB002. There. Direct RB.
I do like though when you hit import,
006.
it'll fill out everything here on the flight planner. So then your map here, if you do use
Brazil,
it, is accurate.
that's for sure. And direct RCO will be our last.
Oh, does it? Maybe it doesn't know how to use these.
RCO.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Good. There, RCO. Good. And we're gonna select an approach going to runway.
I need to figure out what to do. When I land here, it's going to finish that mission.
6.
It's going to give me 2 more skill points. I think it's 2 more each level.
ILS.
So then I could do like FBO. I might want to do the bank loans thing. Yeah, unlock loans at the
ILS
bank.
runway 6.
Then I can
seems
buy
good
a
to
better
me.
plane, or at least rent a better plane.
Let's go instant approach at RB00.
Airport database and look at our
I
destination.
don't know why.
It's a bigger airport, so maybe they'll have planes
Yeah,
for
I'll go there.
lease or sale.
RB002. It's going to be our
aircraft.
final approach fix, and we'll probably have to clean up a bit the
database. Huh. Like there's a bug. Why does it show nothing? There's got to be some planes here, right?
I'm going to have to delete some of those because RB002 is going to be our instant approach fix.
It's called aircraft at airports or something.
Here,
There's so
RB002.
many screens to go to in the drop-down menus.
Okay. Here, RCO.
South America, there are no rules on airspace design. Charts denote the inverted cakes. Right now I'm on a Class E. Class A is over flight level 245. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just so used to the FAA stuff.
So a crude is going to bring us to CIJ. Crude to CIJ.
No, there's a database. Airports managed
CIJ
by
to RB002
is a new list you can look at.
RB002 to RB04.
So I guess it'll show any airports that players are claiming.
Straight to runway 6. So that's perfect.
Holy.
Perfect.
Oh, EGGM is one of them.
Altimeter at 9,000.
So
we're going to go ahead and set GPS to
Munich, Hanover,
and flight level change
Mallorca
to 110 in this one. Is the R
base camp.
Speed.
What is this? Industry boost level. What the? Freelance boost level, logistics center boost level.
110.
Oh my God, Vancouver. 45 inch.
Okay, this plane doesn't require flaps to take off, but it will require that our lights are on. So everything's on. We have. What was that?
And there are so many. These are like. This is like the list of all the base camps.
Set this to the heading just in case. Now, if we go in, we're gonna have to leave you with that your face the whole time. There we go.
I feel like there aren't planes available at most of the airports I'm flying into. Class Delta is like a smaller towered airport. It'll have, like on your sectional charts, it'll have a small, I think it's usually a 10-mile blue ring around it. So Class Delta will be like the smallest of them, and then there's Charlie. Like in California, I always think of like Santa Barbara as a Class Charlie. And I think maybe Long Beach is a Charlie as well. A Delta would be more like
Airborne time logged.
What is a delta? Is Van Nuys a delta? I think
Why
Van
do we
Nuys is
have
probably
that
a
much
delta.
of
Like
the range
Burbank is
thing today?
probably a Charlie. And it's just the size. And then Class Bravo are the major airports, you know, like Los Angeles. Like LAX, SFO, all the major international airports. So the deltas will have a blue line around them on the sectional charts, a blue dashed line. The Charlies will have blue.
Let's go. Follow
with
GPS. The vertical speed is on. We have to pull our prop
with many
5%.
Like the inverted cake, inverted wedding cake style.
We're gonna climb to altitude, and then we're gonna go and fast forward the sim rate so we can catch up with the boys.
Yeah, so if I look at like LAX, and then change the map to the VFR. I can do the sectionals too, but yeah, on this map, the magenta. Actually, on this map, isn't it blue? Anyway, I should look at the sectional. So here's the FAA sectional. So like here's Burbank. Did I get the colors mixed up? Burbank is a Charlie, so it's got these red rings around it. There's like cutouts as well. This cutout is actually because of like a delta here at Whiteman. And then over here you can see another delta right here. You can barely make it out because it's so, for Van Nuys, because it's so congested. And then down here you can see another delta, actually that's just a compass rose. But here at, when you get to LAX, you can see all of these huge blue shelves for the Bravo. So there are all these different areas cut out with different altitude constraints. So it shows that, yeah, which altitudes you need to be between to be in the Bravo. So if you're flying along Malibu right here, under 5,000 feet, this is in
Hey, 5,000.
So if you're between 5,000 and 10,000 feet, then you would be in the Bravo airspace.
1,900
right through Malibu. But if you're
feet
under
per
5,000
minute,
feet,
that's a
then you're not
beast
in the
of a
airspace.
plane.
So if you're flying eastbound at
Corvallis is so
3,500
good.
feet here, then you're not in
So
that
good of a
Bravo.
plane.
But if you go south a little bit, right here, bam, you're
So
close to
powerful
the
for the
LAX
size of
Bravo
it.
airspace.
Anyway,
But the San Diego one's kind of complicated too, actually. Look at all the crazy, like, different shelves here in San Diego.
just keep talking about it.
Leading out this way. So it's mainly because I think of like overlapping airspace.
Oh, they're looking up in space.
Yeah, like right here in the middle of it is Gillespie Field, and that's got the Delta dashes around it. And then here you have like, yeah, it's like this cutout here. But there's also this shelf here, right? Like there's this one, which is 4,800 to 10,000 that cuts all the way around here, where Gillespie is.
Okay, 7,000
And
is
then
reached.
Gillespie is 2,400 or below is what this box means. So this is the top altitude, so surface to 2,400 feet.
How many miles is that trek there, just so I can manage
up
the
to
fuel?
2,900 feet, but you can see this little
flight
tiny dot. It's like
plan.
very hard to, like decipher these VFR charts in this complex
150,
airspaces. So a lot of them will actually, if you
about
look up
200
like
miles.
the FAA's version of the charts.
Okay, we're good. I think we
They'll
can
have
get it.
they'll have ones that are made specifically for transitioning.
Pretty sure we can get it.
So there'll be a chart just on how to transition the Bravo airspace around LAX, for example.
There's the
So
temperature
it'll
here.
have like VFR
Okay, no much-
Airways
not
or
much
they call it a
turbulence.
flyway chart to help simplify what altitude to be at.
I think we'll be good.
Oh my God, it's working. Dan, thanks for the 10 gifted memberships, dude. It's working again. Maybe it gave the queued ones away overnight. Thanks a lot, Dan. Appreciate that, man. Welcome to Marlu, maybe? Marlis, Golo, Mookie, Tacksmith, Mike, Vinci, Vinicius.
Okay, altitude is
Keith and
reached.
Stokesy and Taylor and Haberman. Welcome, welcome. Thanks a lot,
Climb
Dan.
with the cabin. No need for
Here, I'll bring up
pressurization.
SkyVector
We're
real quick. With
10,000.
SkyVector, if I look at
And
Yeah, we go
let's
look at the
increase the sim
sectionals up
rate till
here.
we
It
can
actually gives you access to some of these.
reach
So
the
like,
boys. I'll actually go.
so in LA, for example,
They're almost
like, see
halfway.
all
I'm
these
gonna go
buttons
4
at the
times
top? They're
just
kind
for a
of hard
little
to
bit.
see, but I can click on these and look at, for example, the Los Angeles fly chart. See how much it cleans it up? So this is if somebody's flying like VFR, this fly chart, or flyway chart is like super useful because it'll show you these blue lines and tell you, it's basically showing you simplified places to fly in your VFR. So here it's just saying above 5,000 in this area you're safe. You're not busting any airspace. Here, be above 5,000, above 5,000. Down here, it's like if you're going north, stay below 3,500, and it's showing you, you know, the airspaces that you're avoiding by being at those altitudes. Here's Disneyland right here, so 4,500 if you're going west, 5,500 if you're going east, and here stay below 9,500. So it's just got, it's simplifying how that airspace for you on these charts. These aren't available in like, you know, they're not available in Navigraph, for example. It just gives you access to the basic VFR sectionals where it's really complex. But there are all these buttons at the top you can switch between. So there's like this LAX area chart, the LA flyway chart, the TAC chart, and they have all of these notes. I think the TAC chart is mainly used also to simplify it a bit, but it's between common airports that you're flying to and from within the area. Yeah, and there's all of these side notes here. So terminal area chart. So we have like the Coliseum route, and it tells you, you know, what VOR you use. It tells you what altitude to be at. So it's got all these like footnotes on the side to help you navigate the complex airspace like it is in LAX. There's the mini route. This one lets you fly over LAX. Actually, it's this one. Sorry, it's this one doesn't fly over LAX. I don't think the mini route. But this one does. The LA special flight.
Better hurry up if you want to catch the boys.
If you're on the it says Santa Monica, flying over
Santa
Monica, or using Santa Monica VOR.
The H-145, Airbus H-145, no clue what this is.
You can
Stevie.
fly over the airport.
What is Stevie driving? We can't see it. We can't see it. Come on, boys. You're going to be late to the party.
Permission to do these or whatever, but yeah, the charts get insane in it.
That's rude.
Airspace like LA's, which is why it's crazy that like the mountain.
That's a beautiful plane to Corvallis.
Fly in this airspace.
Look at that.
It's insanely complex. You gotta know. And I don't know.
A shiny silver plane
exist, you know?
with my shady passenger. Always thinking. Cyber Warriors coming up.
Lots of thunderclaps. We were hearing them from the first airport. I don't know if I've been hearing them now. I haven't been paying attention. Been staring at charts.
We're passing too far away. Just can't see what the guys are driving.
Thanks again, Dan. Much appreciated, dude.
But we're gonna meet the pack.
I'm not a pilot. No. My girlfriend's the pilot. I haven't done VFR stuff forever. Like IFR is so easy because especially if you're flying somewhere like LA, when you do an IFR flight plan, like ATC does all the work for you. You have a flight plan with a known route. ATC is doing all the airspace clearance, TFR clearance, military airspace clearance, like anything that's like they're handling all of it. You just follow the route, follow what they say to you, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about contacting each airspace, changing the frequencies yourself, you know, like making sure you have permission to enter the airspace. IFR is so simple by comparison because it just all the work is done.
So we're going 210 nautical, 210 knots true airspeed, and we're at 4 times. So we're pretty much traveling at 800 knots.
Playlist for learning the
840 knots true airspeed. So I guess we're going to catch with them like very, very easily.
1000, if that's what you mean.
What do we have here? So we have 20 nautical miles. And we're going to be 20 miles, 93 miles from top of descent. No, not top of descent. We're going to get there faster than we think. I'm going to set up the descent right now. You know what? We're already catching up with them. I'm going to slow down that thing. I want to make sure we slow down
here you go. Here's the playlist
2 times.
link.
Okay.
I think it's just 4. It's just 4
2
videos,
times good.
but it's the order I would do them in.
Just gonna check the altitude where we're going. We're going to SBRB.
Free flight? Yeah, Michael. We're doing free flight with OnAir Company and NeoFly career modes, which
we're gonna have 600, so we're gonna put 600. Boom. We set the altimeter at the good height. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I really wish Microsoft made it so there's just
600,
one world map.
Vertical navigation is on.
And you manage your hangar, career mode or not, in your airplane
20
selection.
minutes to double
Like, it
descent,
could all
and
been
I think we're going to be
free
catching
flight.
up. Yeah, pack is right there.
And then when you choose the mission, you're still just in
We're
free
catching
flight
up
mode,
with the
it's
pack.
crappy.
When we reach them, we're going to slow down.
I don't know. I don't really like that they made it a whole different section. It should just be integrated into the sim. Like, I should go to the free flight world map.
Dying Cookie is going to be the first one to pull up.
Just the free flight world map. And if I have mission mode turned on, it just shows the missions or not. And when I pick one, then it goes walks through and says, like, all right, which plane do you fly?
I think he's at the top of the pack.
Are you flying freelance, or
trailing
are you
a bit,
like just free flight mode, or do you want to use your planes from the career mode that you own? Yeah,
you guys want to fly with us? No problem. Just make sure you're in USA West.
I mean, it's just weird that
as for the multiplayer server,
we have free flight mode with the world map.
Yeah,
where we can choose any plane.
Just load up in any airport, and you're gonna see us.
Do you own that plane or not? Filter by planes you own. Okay, do you want to buy that plane? No. Do you want to do a mission, or do you want the missions shown on the world map or not? Because now,
Cookie's right there. No clue what he's driving.
It's not a mission, and you want to fly the plane that you own with the wear and tear on that plane.
Yeah, possible.
And for the realism of having the wear and tear, like now I have my separate 172 I've put 50 hours into that's in career mode. Well, what if I don't want to do a mission right now, but I want to fly my plane somewhere? I want to fly the one that I feel like I own in this sim. Well, I don't have that plane. I have some brand new plane now. I don't know. I like the idea of the persistence. Like, I could always choose to fly a brand new plane if I want to, but I don't feel like I own the planes in free flight mode. First draft, yeah, for sure. It's definitely, it is the first version of it, but I don't know, sometimes things just seem so complicated, like the whole historic weather thing, like did we really need
I should catch up with Kip
crew mode by default?
Pretty soon.
I don't know.
I took my time. I might have stuck to real time.
I wish it was like
that would prevent me to see a lot of people.
This person over here is doing their firefighting mission.
Yeah, we're real time.
This person's doing a free flight. That person's doing a cargo mission.
Turn down real time for 1 minute.
We're all just one world. Like, doesn't matter what they happen to be doing on their end. Yeah, the forced routes was too much. Forcing us to use ATC is too much. They should have focused on your landing rate, like the stuff that the other career modes focus on. Did you get to the airport? Did you follow like realistic flight rules, like you're not too much G-force, you know, were you careful with the fragile cargo you have? Did you exceed speeds or altitude limits, like the bank, the airspace, whatever? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I know they're trying to make it usable by anyone, but it's kind of nice when it chooses your route for you. Like, it's like, thank you for picking my route, for the people that didn't know how to do it, or won't know how to do it on their first time. But when you know what you're doing, it just becomes annoying. Tristan, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, dude. Welcome Brandon, Roberto, Melm, Hotworm, and Airplane Guy. Nice. Thanks so much, dude. Much appreciated. 5 new stools. Plus Dan's, we got 15 new couch captains today. Sim Brief, yeah. I mean,
I guess the boys are already riding in
never
the
know about Sim Brief, so I get it.
in 2x sim rate because I'm not catching up with them.
It's just a lot. Like I don't know.
Oh, here's Ronnie.
It does give you kind of an intro to
Ronnie,
IFR
see all.
It picks your route for you, files it with ATC, make sure it enforces the route, you know, so you can get over.
See his plane though. There's too much clouds.
So you have to fly to each waypoint in the route. I don't know. It's kind of whatever. The weather thing. Once they fix that, I think a lot of the complaints will be gone because we'll just be using our normal career modes. We'll see how they do over time.
Yeah,
they have the find route button. Yeah.
Come on, Ronnie. What are you driving?
I mean, they want to.
What are your secrets, Ronnie?
IFR flight plan. That's why they're doing it. So it makes sense because ATC would enforce your IFR flight plan. You're following the flight plan.
I'm gonna check on my top of the sand.
Enforcing that you're flying that flight plan. So it makes sense.
Move a bit faster for like seconds. For 1 minute.
I think if BeyondATC was part of it, integrated, I think my complaints would be much less. Because we do want it to enforce the flight plan with ATC and IFR flights. The problems come with how bad the ATC is though. Yeah, telling you to climb 16K feet. Yeah, if the ATC was as good as BeyondATC, and if the flight planning was as good as Sim Briefs, we would all have much fewer complaints about career mode, I think, and the weather part. So, yeah, those are the big things. I'm sure they'll inevitably add more planes and more missions. That's a given, but yeah, it being tied to the historic weather and the in-game ATC is the ATC LLM. Yeah, it's another really good thing that they made their own LLM, because if Microsoft were to acquire them, see, like that's a huge, important, and I think wise decision that BeyondATC.
Well, that's not why I don't see them, because everything's set up as it should be.
Themselves to be acquired. Like, I'm not
Maybe
saying
I'm
that's
not
their
close
goal,
enough.
but the technology decisions they're making would make it much easier for Microsoft to acquire them, right? So if you want to pit like BeyondATC versus Say Intentions is tied completely up into ChatGPT. Is Microsoft going to want to acquire a company that is reliant completely on a competitor of theirs, like ChatGPT? Wait, did Microsoft has a stake in OpenAI though, right? I don't know, but anyway, it's having it built into the software itself
I passed them for a long way now.
They're working as part of the software.
Didn't even realize.
Like, it would just be downloaded as part of Microsoft Flight Simulator, running on your machine.
Okay, we're back to time 1.
It seems like it'd be way easier to just drop in BeyondATC. With the LLM running on your computer, like
they always land way faster than me, so I'm not worried that they're going to catch up.
That's one less service to integrate. So.
Okay, so
BeyondATC requiring the LLM
4 minutes to top of descent.
Not good? What do you mean not good? That is good. It's their own LLM that they made that is going to run in the software itself. It's not reaching out to the interwebs every single time you try to use it. It's running locally. Security reasons? I mean, every program you run on your computer, you're trusting. Like, I think most people would be comfortable with it running on their machine locally, as opposed to reaching out to ChatGPT for sending all the data to ChatGPT or whatever it needs. Like, it's just constantly sending all the data to some third party. Right, it's avoiding the network latency, and it's running on your computer, so the level of access. I mean, you're trusting every program on your PC. Microsoft Flight Sim could dig into your file system and scan it if it wants to. I mean, that goes for every program. I mean, that's why they have like the certificates, software certificates and stuff when you install programs through Windows. Like, it warns you what to use for start and end location. That's Valenta. It's just for the stream though. Volanta has a streaming overlay I use, and I customize it a lot. You know what the VRAM is going to be for the LLM? Yeah. I mean, BeyondATC
Okay,
is
guys, I
already
guess
pretty
it's time for a beer. I don't know if I'm allowed to drink and fly, but
traffic injection at big airports.
pretty damn sure I'll take the right to
It's
do
not
it.
going to be zero impact. Oops, I didn't hear him. Say again for couch 323. Expect ILS runway, correction, ILS Victor runway 06, couch 323. Okay, so what's our initial approach fix? 3? We have 2 and 6 in our flight plan, so I'm just going to pick 2. That's already in our flight plan. So ILS Victor, SBRB approaches, ILS Victor runway 6. This is Yankee. Yeah, Victor gives us 002 right here, 3,000 feet, and then our minimums are 860. Aero minimums 860. All right, 860. And we'll just load that in. And we'll get rid of the en route. Destination, the en route section. There we go, so it's all connected. 18 minutes to top of descent. Yeah, the letters at the end are variations on the approach, usually based on like your navigation capabilities, and then they'll have, sometimes it'll be on the direction you're coming from, and then the minimums are usually different as well, so like we'd have to compare them back and forth. So let's see. Okay, Yankee, I can tell just by the way it's drawn, right, is this arc. This is a DME arc. So these approaches are based on you being able to fly a DME arc. So you either need, see how it says DME required right here? And it's got different initial approach fixes as well. It also could be which runways it allows you to
look at
land
the time
at
clear
based on
now.
that approach. So we look at the
Maybe it's going to be a
here,
smoother landing than the last one.
Hello? What is Microsoft? What is going on here? Holy crap! I can't even click the. Oh my god! How do you make an entire OS and you can't? Where is my chart? What is happening? What the heck is going on? How does scrolling not work? Sometimes it's just like, dude, how do you? The charts are broken. They just broke. Look, I can't load another chart. Okay, there we go. What is it doing? I'm not even clicking. Oh my god, Microsoft. Oh my, what's happening? Is this one of the, did you guys ever see like those memes where it's like worst UI designer ever, or like evil UI designer, and you point at a button and it moves the button when you point at it? That's what we're seeing at the charts. Like, what is happening? I'm literally pointing at the chart and it's look, as I point at the chart, it moves it off the screen. What? How is this possible? Oh my god, you gotta be, is this an April Fool's joke? What? It's like it doesn't realize I'm not pressing my mouse button. Oh my god, dude. I can't move it up, I can only move it down. Oh. Holy crap, it's working again. Who coded this? Holy crap. Ugh. Would they use AI to code this? Good God. Okay, can I use it now, please? Okay, here we go. All right, there, runway 6. So this only covers runway 6, the Yankee. These both are runway specific. Anyway, the Victor for runway 6 has the same. It has the same, but look, this one requires GNSS, which is like, we call it GPS in the US, but GNSS. So they just have different navigation equipment requirements for these two. So this one requires GNSS and
Okay,
RNAV
so
or
we're
RNV1, so
on
GNSS is
our
required.
approach.
So we need to be able to use GPS, whereas the other one
I've
only
pulled the
requires
power a bit to make sure that
DME
we're
for
going to
the
reach
ILS Yankee.
our
So we can do this
altitudes.
just with
Our bottom of
DME
descent
equipment
is
and a radio nav,
before
radio
the set
navigation receiver that can
altitudes.
handle a localizer and ILS. But yeah,
I
it's just
range it
different
out.
equipment
Bottom of descent
with
is
these two.
about where the
DME,
altitude
VOR, and
is.
LOC. So a VOR is
We
a
don't want to
radio-based
get out
navigation aid.
off the VPAT, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a
It's
bit
physically
less
installed
bit power
somewhere, so
more.
like a VOR will be installed on the
that
ground
was
here.
that
It's like
was a bad
circular.
phrase.
And
Yeah,
think of it like a lighthouse, but with radio waves. It's like emitting signal
more power
360 degrees really fast. And your equipment will kind of
we move our bottom
read those
descent a bit.
signals and figure out where you are
Make sure we
relative
stay
to
on
the
VPAT
VOR.
for the next
It'll
step,
also
which is going to
figure
be,
out which
I think is
direction
RB0004.
or which radial, basically like the course between you and the VOR, what it is. And because of that, you can choose which course you fly to or from the VOR on and navigate using it. A localizer is specific to a runway, so it'll be installed at the end of a runway. That flight that crashed in South Korea, what they ran into was like a berm, like a mound where the localizer antenna was installed. The localizer antenna is another radio-based navigation aid, but it's specific purpose.
No, but the sunset is beautiful.
Specific runway, more accurately. DME means distance measuring equipment. It's going to give you your miles from that aid, whether it's a VOR with DME or a localizer that has DME. It's going to relay to you how far you are, and your equipment will tell you how many miles you are from it. If it does not have DME, you won't know your specific distance to it. And that's line of sight distance, so it's not from the ground under you to the VOR. It's actually line of sight from your plane to it. So through the air, a line down to it is the distance reading, which is different than the ground distance to it. So yeah, VOR and localizer are both radio-based navigation aids. VOR means VHF omnidirectional range. Loc just means localizer. VORs can be put anywhere, and you can fly to or from them on a specific course. A localizer is specifically to line you up with a particular runway. DME just means that you get the distance to or from that navigation aid. It may or may not have DME. Okay, I'm probably supposed to be descending now.
Couch 323, flight level 070.
Alright, I'm gonna go down here. RB002 transition. Let's dive and speed brake.
Couch 323.
Couch 323, cleared direct LOB 002, cross LOB 002, at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS Victor runway 06.
Cleared direct of 002, cross of 002, at or above 3,000 feet.
Alright, we're good on the top of descent now.
Couch 323.
Alright, get the GPS back on. Hold altitude, we'll put VNAV back on.
Okay, let's watch
our
our power.
Direct to this waypoint.
Gonna have to
VPAT
add a little bit.
in 2 minutes. We need to get down to 22.
Well, we're gonna let it go down because we need to reach 127 to pull out the first step of flaps.
VPAT is on. I'm just gonna hit approach mode. Oh, I can't yet.
We're 10 miles out, so.
So this approach, let's see. Yeah, we'll have DME. Let's see.
Approach is on. We're going to have the glide slope when we get there and the vertical path.
Remember, the localizer lines us up with the runway. Because we programmed it in from the Garmin, it automatically tuned our two navigation radios.
Let's pull a bit of power here.
If I want the DME info, I have to go down here to PFD options and turn on DME.
It's supposed to be fully
So it's saying
configured by the
whatever's
time
programmed
you
on that one
reach
radio
final approach
to this,
rate,
which
right?
is on this frequency right now, will give you the DME
We're
info
3
from
miles
it.
out, so
And if I want, I can also see
probably
the
a good
bearing
time
to
to
the
manage
DME
or
in advance before or to the localizer in advance by turning on the bearing down.
manage our flaps.
It'll actually show me in gray outlined lines once we get closer. But we'll see that come up. Because right now we're navigating with GPS, so these magenta lines, like the primary course we're seeing here is our GPS.
Here we go, 125.
It's going to show us a preview of the course that the localizer
First set of
gives
flaps
us
is out.
to fly directly to the runway, line up with
117 is going to be the
the runway. So
second
that'll
set
show
of
up
flaps.
once
We're going to
we're
wait
in range of it.
till we pass the
So we'll see
final
a
approach
gray
rates.
arrow pointing over here when it's in range, like a preview. And then if we hit CDI, that'll switch us over to use that as our navigation source.
Final approach fix,
instead
we're going to
of,
want to glide
GPS.
there.
But once we get close enough, we can just hit the approach button, and the Garmin will actually switch over for us when we get close enough. OBS is awesome. It's so you see how when we look here, we have a course defined from one waypoint to the next. So between these two waypoints, we fly a course of 067. That gets us to the next waypoint. Then a course of 067. 042 to get to this waypoint. Whatever your active waypoint is, here I'll just show you real quick. I'm gonna go to heading mode to go straight ahead still, so it doesn't mess with our autopilot. I can hit the OBS button to override this course and change it to any course I want. So if I hit OBS, see this change? Now I can use the course knob, and I decide what course we're flying to get to that waypoint. Where this is really useful is if you do it on an airport as a waypoint, you can turn OBS and dial in the runway heading, and essentially get a really long extended runway heading to that runway. But this is just some random en route waypoint.
We're locked on the
So I wanna use the
localizer,
GPS to find course.
so we are
So I'm just
making
turning
an
OBS back
ILS
off.
approach, which is not a bad thing considering the
But
clouds.
OBS lets you override the course to your active waypoint.
We are en route to final approach fix. When we're going to be about 2 miles out, I'm going to put the last set of flaps, and we're going to try to maintain about
Pitch mode.
70 to 80 knots. Maybe 60 when we reach the landing.
Standby again. Top of descent in 34 seconds.
Very
Does
permissive,
LPV use
this
a
little
localizer?
Corvallis.
No, LPV is specifically controlled by GPS and WAS.
Gonna have a quick check.
I did do
The
a
voice
video
comment.
a couple years ago. So LPV
Going too
is
far
like a
ahead.
variant or a capability of a GPS approach that requires a ground station. So there's something called an SBAS, that's satellite-based augmentation.
I'll check if I have enough time to go
So if you
and
think of GPS,
look at the
like your phone
landings.
uses, in the U.S., GNSS is a Global Navigation Satellite System or
I'm
something.
gonna check if they're landing at the
just
same
means using satellites to navigate
airport
around
as we
planet
do.
Earth. Satellites, you get a few satellites, like 3 or 4 or 5 or 7, whatever. I'm gonna go to heading mode to go straight ahead still, so it doesn't mess with our autopilot. I can
Seems like they
hit the
do,
OBS
so.
button to override this course and change it to any course I want.
Okay, last set of flap coming
So if I
down.
hit OBS, see this change? Now I can use the course knob, and I decide what course we're flying to get to that waypoint. Where this is really useful is if you do it on an airport as a waypoint, you can turn OBS and dial in the runway heading, and essentially get a really long extended runway heading to
Make
that,
sure
to
we
that runway.
maintain our speed.
But this is just some random en route waypoint. So I want to use the GPS to find course. So I'll just turn OBS back off, go direct to. But OBS lets you override the course to your active waypoint. Okay, and I'll go back to nav mode here.
We're holding 2280. We're going to intercept the glide slope at some point. Put in a bit of power.
Nav on standby again. Top of descent.
Keep it over 75.
Does LPV use a localizer? No. LPV is specifically controlled by GPS and WAS. I did do a video on that a couple years ago. So LPV is like a variant or a capability of a GPS approach that requires
Here
a
we
ground
go,
station.
reaching the glide slope.
So there's something
Keep
called
the power up a bit
SBAS,
till we
that's
stabilize.
satellite-based augmentation system. So if you think of GPS like your phone uses, in the US, GNSS is a, like, what, Global Navigation Satellite System or something? GNSS just means using satellites to navigate on planet Earth. Satellites, you know, you get a few satellites.
If you guys have some
3 or 4 or
troubles
5 or
with
7,
your
when you're connected
when
to
you
all
have
of them, it can
multiplayers or
triangulate
where,
your
when
position,
there's a lot of planes,
tell
have
you
a
very
lot
accurately where you are. In the United
of
States, there's an
stuttering.
SBAS.
I know there's going to be a lot of people on the ground right now,
WAAS,
so what I'm going to
Wide Area
do
Augmentation System.
is for the
Think of it
landing, I'm
like
going to turn
GPS
the
on
air traffic
steroids. It's not
off
just the
so it
satellites.
doesn't load their
It
planes
also has ground facilities
until I'm stopped.
that interact with the satellites and your aircraft.
So that's going to help a lot with the
give
frame
you
rates.
more precise GPS
And once I landed, I can turn
it's
it
like
back. There's no
GPS,
problem.
improved to GPS by way of
So we
also
are
using
full
ground-based
flap,
stations.
descending on the glide
So
slope.
when you have a GNSS, or sorry, when you have an SBAS, in the US it's called WAAS, W-A-A-S, that unlocks an approach type called LPV. So it's like a very precise GPS approach. It does not use localizers. It uses GPS and the SBAS system. Yeah, like
Speed is
GPS
going
2.0 kind of, yeah.
not down fast enough. We're going to pull
So it's not just
5%.
using
We have
satellites,
runway in
it's using a
sight.
ground-based station that is
If you
doing,
guys can
like,
see
error
it, we
correction
can
and
see
stuff
the
along with the
happy
satellites
lights
to give you more accurate
through the
satellite,
clouds.
more accurate GPS navigation. So because of that increase in precision with the WAAS system, that's how we get LPV approaches, and those specific approach types give you better minimums. So that's how they're like as good as an ILS approach. Yeah,
Pull
if you get
some
an
power
LPV
again.
approach, then you're basically getting as good of
Trying to
an
reach
approach as an
around,
ILS approach,
trying to
but
reach the runway
it's
at
powered
around
by the
70.
GPS and SBAS.
You have to be very focused
So if we
when
find one of
you're
those,
working
like,
only
here
with
it's
throttle
RMP
like that,
runway
because
6. This
plane is
not
going to follow the
US,
glide
so it
slope.
won't
So
say
if it needs
WAAS.
to pull back up a bit,
Oh,
it's going to cut
Oh, that's an actual
in your
RMP
airspeed
approach.
very drastically, very fast. So you have to keep an eye on
No,
that.
it's not loading the chart.
You,
ILS or local.
if it goes over,
broken again.
not a big deal. But if it goes under, you might stall. So really have to keep an eye on
Anyway,
that.
since this is an ILS approach, I'm just going to. Where's the runway? I'm just going to hit the approach button when we can. So we're getting DME in here. So I can hit approach as soon as we get the DME. It's not showing the bearing though. It should show the gray bearing. Yeah, it's not there yet. But if you're on an ILS approach, just hit the approach button early. And you can see here it's waiting to capture the localizer and the glide slope. Those are the two components of the ILS. What's up, darling? Sounds like I'm calling you darling. Runway is right in here. But as we get towards the final approach fix, actually I think it's the initial approach fix that'll change over to the localizer automatically. So it should happen when we
Speed
cross
is not
over
too bad.
RB00. Oh no, we're at RB002.
Might clip the top of those trees.
It's the next one.
As I said previously, there's no collision on top of the trees.
It may even be mileage based, I'm not really sure, but at some point it'll automatically change us to green needles here
Speed
to intercept
is
the localizer. But we could do it ourselves by hitting the CDI button. That's going to change our
fine,
source.
but dropping sometimes. Bit low
So
considering
doing an ILS, you don't use GPS, you're using radio-based navigation instead.
what the localizer says.
And if you keep it on GPS, you will not intercept the localizer, you will not intercept the glide slope from the ILS.
Switch to
Alright, they already cleared us for
vertical
runway 6.
speed.
I wasn't listening that whole time, but to BeyondATC it's fine.
300 feet per minute.
Marginal
So
VFR
we
1300 for the clouds.
glide a bit more.
And oh yeah, what's the 1008?
Go and
so
pull
we
some
descended,
power.
So I think 3000 was actually the transition altitude. See how it just changed to Loc 1 automatically? So I think that changed from back in my old tutorials. It used to do that automatically even before you hit approach mode. Now it seems like you have to hit approach mode. Yeah, the window's disgusting. And VNav is still taking us down because I let it take us down to the final approach fix altitude. So once we get there and we level off, we'll capture
Landing
the
time logged.
other component of the ILS, which is the glide slope. So it's just our vertical navigation. And if you're used to using vertical navigation with GPS, it's usually magenta. Here you can see it's green to let you know it's like radio based. So
and touchdown. Here we go.
Green diamond here for the glide slope. And I already put the minimums in. On the PC-12, while hitting tune to nav1, change the CDI. It should do it when you... Well, I don't know the Honeywell avionics too well yet. You can try approach mode like I did here. Tune to nav1, that sounds like it's going to just tune your nav radio for you. So like if the Garmin said tune to nav1, I would expect it to put it as my frequency in my nav1 radio. That's it, just tune the frequency only.
And the guys are still a bit out, and go ahead
and the visibility is crappy. Yeah, GA career.
Turn back on.
General aviation. Baby planes. I'm using OnAir company.
The traffic. Giving back. Zoom.
Alright, we're about to get the glide slope. So this will turn green. There we go. So we got vertical guidance. We can go all the way down to 860. Alright, I'm going to pull my throttle to idle in this guy because it takes a while to slow down. Oh my god, I didn't have my landing light or strobes on. I'm going to lose so many points. Crap. Yeah,
go ahead and park here. Parking brake on. Engine off.
Time logged.
Our flight is logged.
Yeah, this is worse than the weather. I can see the pappies already though right there.
It has been monitored by OnAir.
I can see the approach lighting system. Alright, we should have left tank.
Okay.
Alright, we're slow enough to do flaps 1 already. And then I'll just sync the heading bug straight ahead. I hate how often the charts break here. Like, I've tried to click ILS Victor. This is the Yankee, and it still won't load the charts. Like, it just goes down every day. It stops working. Really frustrating.
Okay, why am I not loading people?
So, since we're on the glide slope, our altimeter doesn't even matter, which is what's cool
about
the
people are on the ground, and I'm not loading them up. So.
Like if I grab my barrow, I actually had it wrong anyway.
On the right server, yes.
Watch, see my altitude changing? But notice we're not, it's not pushing us way down.
On.
Look, I'm telling it that we're at 300 feet, which we're not. It just stays on the glide slope because the glide slope's radio based, not GPS based. Well, actually with GPS, it's going to be good too. But if you're doing like an advisory glide slope, then your barrow really matters. Or like an LNAV approach, or I think even an LNAV VNAV approach. I should try that with the next LPV approach, but I'm pretty sure we can mess with our barrow knob and not disrupt the vertical guidance on an LPV approach.
Hi, plane. Ah, here they are. Here they are.
It's got us really low on this glide slope, though.
Ember Moss just pulled in.
Not do that. All right, full flaps. Get the music off.
Likely coming.
You always got to watch it to make sure it's not diving you into the ground. Like, it looks like it didn't know it was the displaced threshold. So it was like bringing me down at the start of the threshold there. I mean, yeah, there's so many runways in the database, there's going to be something to improve, right?
Here are the boys. I think there's a lot of people. I'm having a hard time loading everybody in. Here they are coming.
Any memberships found people? I think
here they are.
Because yeah, you guys gifted a bunch. You guys gifted 15 today so far. They found owners. The stools found owners.
Ooh, come on, boys. Here's Kip. All the couch captains.
Brake, taxi light, strobe off. Flaps are up.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the runway's closed.
Okay, let's get back to our plane.
Oh yeah, there's a yellow X on it, isn't there?
A lot of Corvallis around, eh?
Cyber and Luke are on their way in. Yeah, look at all the
A lot of
markings
people
on this
start to load.
Like, it looks like they were like extending the displaced threshold over here, right? This looks under construction.
There we go.
Like
Well, let's wait. Let's see what Kip says. We're going. Where he says we're going.
Construction. Caught the data. The balloons look so awesome. I can't wait till we get more. I can't wait till we get more liveries, and we can see people in those liveries. No spinning props yet. I feel like we usually see spinning props on the newer base planes, like the ones made for 2024, seem to do better. But there is that funny like level of detail problem where when you're far away, it like removes half of the airplane and you just don't see it. You just see it.
Okay, while we wait on that, why don't we go and accept that? So what was the landing rate? 451 feet per minute. That's not good. 1.37 G, not that bad. Landing speed 61 knots. Okay. Okay, everything seems normal. Our landing, high time frame condition analysis. Okay here.
Build FBOs and get logistic query license for one sector every 5 days. It like makes missions for you. And then hiring agreement. I might need that later anyway.
I pull in the plane so we have less noise here.
So it should have generated a level 4 mission now. It's probably like a bunch. Oh, it's only a single flight. It's just a cargo delivery to SPTU. Didn't we fly to there already? No, it's to the south. Is that where we started? Oh, that's where we just came from. Wait a minute. Aren't we at SBRB right now? So why is the mission from SPAR to SPTU? Yeah, I'm up here.
Freelance.
Can I just regenerate this from our current airport?
Logistic.
There we go. Oh, so this one is where you need to load all the cargo and bring the cargo to both airports. How much cargo is it though? Oh, it's not much at all. Alright, so I need to go... The cargo is here, isn't it? And I need to deliver it to where I am and to this other one? Ooh. Regenerate. So this is grab passengers. It generates all the missions starting at your base. It's kind of annoying because this did not return me to my base, so now I have to fly back to my base to do the mission. So I guess what I want is to find a mission that goes from SBRB back to my base. Or I'll just make this my base since it's a bigger airport. I guess it's kind of cheating. I mean, it's not cheating. It lets me do it. So I could just go employees and then just make this my new base again for SBRB. Change base. SBRB.
Yes, Skip, that's kind of cheating.
There we go.
I'm flying from all the way from South America.
Yeah, I'll just change my base each time.
To Montreal.
To save time.
Bring a Cessna 172. And you're just moving your base around.
Regenerate it.
But it's okay, we like you anyway, right?
No engine sound in the cockpit. You can delete your streamed packages folder, or the contents within your streamed packages folder. So if you find your community folder and go up a bit, and then go into like local cache, streamed packages, delete everything in there. That's where it like caches all the planes, or just delete the 172 if you want. That's fixed audio bugs for me before. All right, this should say base SBRB. There we go. Nice. Okay, so all I have to do is bring 1 passenger and 89 cargo to SBGM. Guajara Miram something. All right. This is a level 4 mission, only worth 1,500. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing the missions. This isn't one mission to choose from. These are the ones I've accepted. This is like the main mission that helps you level up and get your skills and get a lot of money faster if you do enough of these.
Okay, so it seems like we're going to SBGM.
I'm just looking at that one.
I'm gonna work that on our side too.
Those are just my pending jobs, basically. But I can go in and pick from a huge list if I want. I'm just focusing on these missions instead of like a charter job. All right, sim brief.
$1,700. We can fly now. No problem.
SBGM.
Plane gonna be
SimBrief integration is great because when I do SimBrief,
dispatch
7,000 feet, 307 block fuel. When I go back into here and I import it, it automatically, well, it'll know my route on the world map, the moving map, but it also sets my fuel automatically from the SimBrief.
Should recognize the airplane this time. Yes, the Cyrus by default.
Okay, and I'm making sure I'm taking the right.
No,
yeah, we got
alternate.
one cargo and one
climb
passenger.
full power, 85%.
Total payload.
That's right. Very good. 5 pound. Very, very simple flight plan.
How much does a passenger weigh? 89. Oh, 190. Every passenger is 190 because I think they assume you have some baggage. And then it includes the crew as well. 190 for the pilot. So 190 pilot, 190 passenger, 89 extra cargo, and then there's our fuel.
Import data. SRB
I'm just going to pull
SBGM.
our flight time back by 1 hour because it's going to get real dark here soon. Maybe 2 hours. I'm going to go to 2110 UTC, minus 2 hours.
2110 UTC, very good.
The Corvallis is my best friend
164,
again.
we have 309 on board, that's very good.
Alright, it's going to automatically set all this. If you fly like more complex planes that have their own EFBs and loading and stuff, like you can always do the weight and balance yourself. Like if I was flying the Duke or something, I would just do it myself using the EFB or flying like the Phoenix. But for the simpler planes, the auto set works just fine for the fuel and the payload.
Seems set.
And Neofly gives you a choice of a few
Start
planes.
tracking. Time has been adjusted.
But you can always sell it, take out a loan, and then get the
Weight
Corvallis as a
and
good
fuel
starting
has
plane.
been adjusted.
Rent the Corvallis. What's up, guys? Are you guys actually here, or is it glitched?
Lights are
Usually,
on.
even when people are in their planes, it
Starting engine.
469 pounds.
Even when people are in their planes, what's up, Jack?
You land and shut down the engines.
Yeah, Neofly's great. I mean, it's free. It's kind of a no-brainer to try it out. What's up, Brandon?
Let's wait for the boys, see where they're going. Just fooling around.
That's a nice ponytail.
Not losing time, boys. We have
2020
to
with
deliver.
the Just Flight Warrior. Nice. Oh my god, it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Get back to your planes. It's raining. Get back to your planes. It's raining. Run away.
It's steering around here.
Run away. Seek shelter. Seek shelter. Well, at least for me, it's starting to rain
for a bit of rain.
Time back 2 hours.
Need
to do more squats in game. Don't we all?
I still have the live weather on. Time is fine with weather.
I gotta restart the tracking because I jumped out of the plane and it messed with the weight. Flight Sim's a real MMO. I mean, it kind of is if you use online or if you use OnAir Manager. OnAir company.
Okay, that's while they're talking and fooling around. Let's
that way.
Load our flight plan. So flight
I should
level
just leave
will
the
be
strobe, taxi, and nav light on always.
9,000.
Or just all the landing, even the landing lights on with the OnAir company.
9,000 feet. Flight plan. Virgin.
Open the door without exiting, yeah. It's nice when you have a little like storm
SBRB.
window you can open to hear your engine start up.
Where we are, Rio Branco. We're going to be departing runway 6.
Couch 323, request IFR clearance to Guajara Mirim.
Alright, let me remember the
We are
alternator
going
this
to
time.
SBGM.
Expect runway 06, file to Alpha departure. Initial climb
Guajara Mirim
070. Squawk 270.
For runway 35.
Fill 2 Alpha departure, squawk 276.
Runway 35 it is.
323.
And I think we do have an airway or a departure.
Oh, I think I killed the battery actually. Yeah, the battery's not working. Oh no, I need to repair and refuel. Let me hit the shortcut and see what happens.
54.8 gallons of fuel added during the flight.
Oh, it didn't clean the plane, did it? Yeah, I just hit repair and refuel because the batteries are dead.
It must be a departure then. Departure, enter. Departure is going to be
wait, the screen's not turning on.
final HQA.
Did I break? I broke it? Uh-oh. I did hit the repair and refuel. I'm not sure that it does anything.
Final HQA.
Well, it did. It changed the weight.
Oh.
Let me check my shortcut and make sure it's in there.
Runway 6.
No, avionics master's only after you get it started.
700 feet.
Like the
intercept.
avionics bus, I think.
RCO.
Usually just do battery, then start it, then do avionics.
And we're going to have a
yeah, the battery switches are on.
Procedure to
repair and refuel.
We're going to runway 35. We have an RNAV GPS to 35.
I want to clean the plane. And maybe the rain will help.
Enter.
Alright, I did it a few times. So we have the master switch and the batteries on. The screens
GM3 or the GM2. Depending on where we're coming from. Clear and clear.
Weird. Alright, I'm just gonna load it back in.
And
yeah, I wish it cleaned the windows. Or they need a window cleaning button.
Coming from this way, so I think it's gonna be the straight one. Procedure.
What level? I don't know, I think I just got like level 4. SBRB.
This one is the straight, this one is the crooked one, so GM2 it's gonna be. There.
I'm taking one passenger. Let's try the EFB and see if it loads them in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go here and get rid of the co-pilot again because we don't have one in this plane. Goodbye, co-pilot. Wipers. I wish this one doesn't have wipers. I don't think the Corvallis. A big plane maybe.
Well, flight plan should be
Alright, so
all
if I go
good
into
to
EFB
go.
and I load a passenger,
Gonna
let's see
zoom
if
in
it
on
works.
this.
Put him back here. 190 is the way it does it, and then I think we had 89 on the cargo. Start at the ramp. And OnAir company is going to change the time. Should you play career? Of course. Whatever career mode app you like.
D6 is over the runway.
NeoFly, Flight Sim 24 career mode, OnAir company, A Pilot's Life. They're all good. You had this before in the Corvallis. It's a bug. The plane won't restart. I think mine might be messed up because I forgot the alternators. What is happening? Where am I?
Not sure if everything is linking.
Hello? Oh, it's crashing. This happened yesterday. Remember it spawned me like upside down in the woods or whatever, and it was making, no, I spawned on the grass and it was making the heavy breathing sounds. What's happening? Yeah, I'm restarting it. It's crashing. It's just gonna be frozen. All right, rip. All right, it's restarting. Good time to use the restroom.
Okay, D6
I'm gonna grab a
that's
protein
good.
shake, use the restroom, be back in a few minutes while it restarts.
Hello. Seems like it's all there. Seems like we have a crash on team Couch Captain, so I'm gonna take that time myself also for a bathroom break, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, bye, Cyber. Have a good one, dude. Horror game mod? What? Oh, under the airport, yeah. Nice crabs. Very nice. Haven't had too much crabbing the last few days. Eurocopter. I'm not sure if I have the Eurocopter. It's kind of cool that the career modes have helicopters and fighter jet missions, so people can just kind of fly what they want. I should see if there's a rescue mission at some point too. I'll do this level mission, because I think once you get up to the higher level missions, like these predetermined missions from your home base, they start paying a lot more, and that's how you can get into a bigger plane faster. The initial load, yeah. I mean, I also have like 4,300 sim objects, including FSLTL loading, so like, it's a lot of stuff to load. Helicopters together? What do you mean? You can fly a helicopter? I do not fly helicopters, not really. I'm more interested in planes. But the career mode's supported. I mean, you can do like cargo, passengers, VIP stuff. Neofly has cool VIP missions where you like land in backyards and stuff and drop off VIPs at their mansions. I don't know how they look in 2024 though, with like the crazy tree rock things all over the place in some areas. Where's the marketplace? Will we get it on Monday? Eurocopter? Eurofighter Typhoon. I don't have a Eurocopter. The huge ground spires, they look beautiful. Alright, Corvallis, get back in. Let me try the fuel and payload again. So we had a passenger here. Neofly uses 190 for passengers and the pilot. And they had 89 pounds cargo. Yeah, 89 pounds of cargo right there. Whoops. No, I'm doing OnAir company. Sorry, did I say Neofly? It's so, between like Neofly, New Sky, OnAir, there's, I get them mixed up sometimes. It's, yeah, okay. SBRB. After getting crashed in official career. Oh yeah, try Neofly. Start with Neofly, it's free. It's great. The UI will take a little to get used to, but that's just all of the career programs are... The UI is confusing in all of them, really. Wow, ready to fly. Finally back. Oh, the EC-45 was renamed to H-145 after Airbus. Airbus bought Eurocopter. Oh. Yeah, programmers made all the UIs. Most of the things we can tell. Yeah. Alright, let's see if the plane starts up this time. Actually, I should track. Start tracking. There we go. Battery. Why can't you do it? It's happened before. 2114.
Okay, I think we're going somewhere. Finally.
Alright, let's get it started. Fuel.
Ups are up. On. We're going for runway.
Okay, alternators this time, and avionics.
6. Let's pull up our map.
Alright, and sim brief, let me grab the route. Oh, we actually have a departure this time.
6 gonna be on our left.
Alright, sim brief, view, and import. SBRB to SBGM. Importing into the flight planner.
Good.
Nice. It's got the departure.
So
and we have a SID
turn off the
chart as
traffic
well.
because I won't be able to. You have a very, very expensive system. You might be able to get a plane's takeoff and everything, but I don't have a big enough system for that. So
let's see. Time I put in.
I'm gonna go and turn off the air traffic.
UTC, if you guys want to match it. 21:15. I mean, it's not going to be right with BeyondATC. I'm just going to skip BeyondATC for this time. Use the InSim ATIS if I need it.
Now, outside. Not sure if these have collision
I don't
on
need
or
BeyondATC
not.
every single
Pretty
time.
sure we
It's
can
nice
make the
though,
turn though.
Yeah, it's just because of the live.
It's gonna make it very slow.
Debacle. All right, sync the altimeter 1007. And what did SimBrief say for our altitude? 7,000 again. All right, 7,000 heading flight level change. 110 knots.
Here we go for the turn.
All right, landing lights, strobe light. Let's get them on in advance. I think with OnAir you only need them
Rain
to take off.
coming down. We're gonna go
It doesn't
and
penalize
set
you
up,
for turning them on early.
and we're gonna wait for them to call it.
2A.
And then we don't see them.
I'll program this one manually this time. So we're going from SBRB, expecting runway 6. Destination SBGM. Expecting runway 35. Okay, then we have the
On air tracking, very good.
Departure procedure. Filf 2 Alpha. Alright, so taking off runway 6. That's departure end of the runway, then 1,100 feet. Some intercept direct to Philho. And then that's it. After that, it's direct to the airport. And we'll just.
Now we're gonna have to go 1,100 feet runway heading.
It was expecting runway 35.
Afterwards, we're gonna go and intercept.
VNAV for runway 35.
For safety reason, I assume.
And then if we look at the map, we're coming from the west. So we're not going to use this waypoint. We want this one here for our initial approach fix. All right, load that in. Alright, looks good. And the terrain's flat, like all the way there. There's no red anywhere, even when we're on the ground, so. Not worried about the terrain. Alright, so we take off, and then we're going to turn right to this intercept, and then it's going to go directly to Philho. So when we take off, we're going to want to use nav mode right away. The Octavi? Is that like a big, is that like the real sim gear stuff? I do have real sim gear in the closet, I just don't use it. It's just too much crap to have on my desk and all. I like to keep it clean on the desk. Keep it minimal. Holy crap, there's a lot of us. Alright, runway 6.
Why are we at runway 24?
And
oh
we
well,
have the
whatever.
sim right here.
Am I crazy or? It does say runway 6. Oh, RCO.
Airport
What
ground
is
chart.
that? EE6.
Take Alpha to runway 6. Runway 6 is 067 heading.
D24. Look at this.
What's up, Alert? How's it going? Oh, it's a small device that controls the G1000, size of a
Okay,
small
let's go to
oh,
the
yeah,
other
I've
end of
seen
the
that.
runway then.
I mean, I have a lot of knobs and buttons on my throttle, like kind of like I did on the Bravo, so I'm used to using those. I don't know, I'm very, I try not to have too many devices. I don't really mind using the mouse. But I've seen that it's a cool looking device. I assume it needs its own software running in the background and all that, so there's only so many things I want plugged into my computer if I can help it. Spaghetti and meatballs or lasagna? Spaghetti. Spaghetti and meatballs. Absolutely. I feel like for me, lasagna is like hit or miss. I've had a lot of lasagna that I have not liked, and very few that I have liked. I feel like spaghetti and meatballs is almost always good.
Okay, we don't see them, but they're here. They're all lined up on the runway, so.
Helps me stay in this sim. Yeah, I do use my my knobs on the right on my throttle a little bit here and there, like when I'm doing a heading change, syncing the heading bug, turning on flight level change mode. So they've done it so many times at this point. I think everyone's seen me click it. They know where the button is, but all right, looks like we're all lined up and ready. Holy crap. We're just taking over the airports. You just ordered a steak? Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Go around and hold procedures if you want. Knock yourself out.
Okay. Gonna be.
I mean, I try not to if I don't have to.
Heading.
I've done
altitude
videos
is gonna
on
be
go-arounds.
9,000.
I have one that has like a missed approach.
You're gonna go.
But I'm trying to earn money here in the career mode, so time is money. And holding and doing a missed approach equals time. Alright, landing light is on. What's interesting though, BeyondATC supports go-around, so like you can tell it you're doing a missed approach.
Flight level change.
Or if there's traffic,
and
then
here we go.
It'll tell you to do a go-around if there's AI traffic on the runway that hasn't taken off or something. Hasn't happened to me yet though. crosswind. Our favorite and most common type of wind.
Airborne time logged.
A TCAS RA? No. They don't have traffic separation in the air yet, only for go-arounds and on the ground. But it is something they're going to do at some point. It's going to be like traffic advisories and telling you to change speed or altitude to avoid traffic.
We're going to go and intercept.
I mean, they just barely released traffic to everybody, so. Okay, we need nav mode on.
Nav.
I should have started that turn way earlier.
Put the traffic back on.
It's a temperature 23. Warm, rainy day. You had Mayday fuel in the 787 till the controller's voice changed when you told me you can't say Mayday. Oh, I've never tried because they don't have emergencies in it yet. It actually responds, it tells you not to say Mayday.
And everybody's there.
Alright, heading mode with nav mode on standby. Climbing up to 7,000, there we go. That's cool, yeah, I didn't even know that it did that. OnAir, I thought doing freelance they'd fill me with enough fuel.
How did Cambridge get the altitude that fast?
I only did the one freelance job yesterday and I just topped it off as much as I wanted to. You probably need to just add fuel yourself. Like it'll be on the slider and I think it doesn't charge you or anything. You can just add unlimited fuel, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
You know, as much as you can top it off if you want.
Prop 95.
It just matters how much you have available. It probably only does the fuel for you if you use SimBrief. I don't know. I've only done one of them, so. That would be nice if it just gave you enough fuel based on its like little estimate that it does with the range and your reserves.
We are on course with GPS climbing to 9,000. Pretty sure the boys are climbing to 7,000, so I might tone it down to 7. There we go.
Alright, we're in the soup. Is there an ATC program that like works well with
my God, there's a lot of people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, am I right? 16.
I wonder if there's one that like uses the in-sim
16 that are within range.
I think there is.
Me. So anybody that's further away, I can't see.
I'm trying to think of like, I don't know, like.
Just hope 7,000 clears the.
That will override the weather to do live weather, like Rex, or can we use Rex instead to overwrite the live weather it's trying to force us to use, like the historic weather or like active sky or any of those. Like the weather usually looks worse. You don't get as good like cloud formations and stuff not using the built-in weather, but you lose all the visuals. Yeah. Flying without weather. I like flying with it just because it's just the coolest looking stuff you can get in the sim weather-wise is from the live weather. All the presets.
Okay, we are clearing the sky. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's why it sucks. Like they can't compete with how good the flight sim renders the weather itself. Oh, you meant ATC. Oh. Yeah, flying without ATC is nice. Like I'm doing it right now. Mainly because of the restriction with the weather, though. I can't fly with live weather during the day. They have to change that. Like that would actually be a reason that I would, if they never change that, I would probably load 2020 up again. Like anybody, the biggest thing too is like VATSIM, right? Obviously I don't use it. I have my point of view on it, but like there's a lot of people that use VATSIM and they're going to want to use Flight Sim 24. They literally can't use it unless they run live time, live weather. They cannot turn the sun on anywhere in the world. So if you get home from work and it's dark in real life and you want to fly into Denver that day or whatever 5 airports they fly into in the US where there happens to be coverage, then you have to fly during the darkness, like during darkness. You never get to fly during the day if your only time ever to play is real world nighttime. Or you have to fly somewhere where it's daytime, like you have to fly in like Japan every day, or something like that, where there's probably not any coverage. Oh my god, this looks so good though. Rainbow power. You'll fly VFR without ATC? Yeah. It's pretty rare I'll fly airliners without ATC. Yeah, it's a pretty unbelievable oversight. The thing that's crazy about it too is like, it would have been way less work to not do the historic weather at all, and that's what people want and need at this point. Like, they literally made work for themselves and built this whole system that we didn't need. Yeah, it makes the head shake. It's so strange. Like, why did they spend all the time doing this historic?
Oh, for the rainbow.
He'll say it's more real. It's not more realistic. The most realistic you can get is live weather only, not rewinding the weather. Like, live weather should be what it says. Live. It's called live weather, but it's not. It's historic weather. It's time traveling weather, you know? Even the name of the feature isn't accurate anymore because it's not live.
Come on, boys. We go.
Haven't seen the sun in the game for a few days because you play in real time. Exactly. Yeah, you need to be able to turn on the sun, like experience the live weather and the challenges that it gives, but also be able to do bush flights, for example, into unlit airports without lighting. There's no way to do that otherwise. Yeah, the game just looks so much better during the day, even in 24. Like, they definitely improved nighttime, but I don't want to fly at nighttime most of the time. No thanks. Oh, I didn't update Volanta, sorry. All right, there we go. I can't see any of you through this suit, but I know you're back there. Oh, I can see Ezekiel. I think we're gonna get out of this. We're at 7,000 feet. I think I'm gonna climb up to 9,000. Maybe even 11,000. Yeah, let's do 11.
11,000 it is.
Or even, no, let's go up to 13.
13?
I don't know how bad the winds are, though. We have a decent tailwind. A little bit of a tailwind. But I don't want to be in the soup.
13 it is, then.
Climb at 160. Just a slow climb. But it, you know, it shows 7,000 based off the clouds 2 hours ago, so. TCAS with airliners. We've done it with we used to do it with airliners every day. Every stream, like from the summer until November, basically, like for like a 4-month period, it was airliners all day, every day. And yeah, we would all take off at the same time pretty often, or yeah, there was a lot of TCAS. We didn't turn on TARA, yeah. Haven't seen the moon because I'm always flying in career. And the ground looks so good here right now. Looking good. I keep forgetting to message Sushi. Is the call sign couch? Call sign is what ATC calls you. So it would be like a flight number. Yeah, like couch 323 is, yeah. The call sign. So like your registration number is like your plane tail number. If you're a GA flight, generally you're being called after your tail number. But if you're a commercial flight, you have a call sign, because every commercial flight, the plane technically has its own tail number and registration number, like a November number in the US. But on top of that, they're called like their company name and their flight number as their call sign. The tree model hides the blurry ground. Yeah, yeah. It's noticeable when that happens though. Like you'll see the trees and then it'll be blurry. This aerial photography looks decent. But yeah, depending on where you're flying, it can be sharper or not as good. Yeah, it is a little blurry right here. But yeah, it definitely helps mask it. Especially when you're not zoomed all the way in. It's an improvement. Kip is children in Dutch? No, it's chicken. Chicken in Dutch. Yeah, chicken, there we go. That's true. That's how I fly my planes, like a chicken. You big chicken? You afraid of a 50-knot crosswind, you big chicken? Chicken nuggets, Kip nuggets. Thanks for the tutorial. No problem, Ricardo. Glad they're helpful, man. I landed Hurricane Crosswinds complained that he broke the Air Force beer. Oh yeah, dude, that was a little bit of that is something. Wait, does OnAir do that? Does it tell me what type of cargo we're taking? It just says cargo delivery. Oh, it says vehicles. What? Vehicles? 89 pounds of vehicle cargo, like what do we got in there? Like oil filters or something? I like how Neofly says exactly what you're bringing though, like antique aged wine. That's where AI is helpful, like making huge databases of like, you know, things like that, like lists. That's where AI should be used. Call sign plus flight number. Oh, balloons. I played around with them just a little bit. 382 kilograms of servers. Level of detail systems too aggressive. You mean the way where the blurriness is? Chicken nuggets at Taco Bell made me laugh. Taco Bell. Considered a confirmed bug. Oh, that's good. I mean, if we get sharper ground images, that'll be crazy. It's gonna look even better. Yeah, you can definitely tell they're blurry right now. Oh, because of ground blurriness, yeah. That's cool. Carrying scooters, yeah, it says 89 pounds of vehicles, whatever that means. Call sign plus flight number. So you think the call sign is just couch? Yeah, I don't know. I thought the call sign was just what ATC called you, like in whole. But I could be wrong. I would Google it myself. It's kind of a longer flight, right? Yeah, 42 minutes. We've got 2 hours of fuel. Let's switch to the right tank. Tank check. Tank check. Oh, call sign is just couch. Oh, interesting. That's weird. For 4 scooters in the back, yeah. That's fine. We'll take them their vehicles. Oh yeah, we're supposed to have 1 passenger. See, it didn't work. I loaded a passenger in before I loaded into the plane, right? They're not here. It's probably because, oh, well, it's probably because of this. Look, it doesn't even show the 4 seats anymore. There's just so many bugs with this, and it only says 190 pounds. It should be double that. 1 for me, 1 for the passenger. I think the EFB with the weight and balance is just super buggy. Whatever, as long as it gives me credit, it's doing the fuel, it's ranking me, I'm getting the monies, it's all good. Not gonna worry about it. Tried to do cargo with a Corvallis when you loaded it in, the tail hit the floor. I did that in like was it the Beechcraft Duke? I would put too much in the back and yeah, it went right down. It's hard to make the decision when you don't know like where the CG is visually. Actually, I think you can get to it when you go to empty, right? Yeah, it shows where the CG is, so you want to like make it, you want to load the majority of the weight, so yeah, the CG stays the same, I guess. $270 pounds. I mean, it is a pretty small plane. Like a plane like this, you're barely taking 2 adults in it, besides the pilot. Pretty rare you're going to actually have all 4 seats occupied. I mean, I don't know the actual payload limits of this thing. It's like 1,400 pounds. So mattering how much fuel you have. Balance is not great. You have to max out the passenger weight first. But the weight and balance just seems a little weird with the EFB. It is not finished. Cargo is in the tail. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I don't know about like, it's not gonna be here, it's gonna be right here. It should be right here. Oh my god. Dude, I heard the helicopter, I was like, what? Why does it say generic piston 1 inch and then H47? We clearly see the Chinook. Only option to start Neofly was a 152 cover or Robin. Oh. Yeah, pick the 152, take out a loan, and then see if you can sell it and get something else on a rental. I sold my first plane pretty fast. I think I got like an extra 10K though, because I bought the company edition. I started it as a company instead of as a career or whatever. But I'm using OnAir now, and I don't get any of those benefits. But I was able to rent the Corvallis pretty fast. $152, rented the 172, sold the 152, yeah. Yeah, the 152 doesn't even have an autopilot in it, so if you love you some autopilot, 152 is not for you. OnAir gave you 170K? Huh. I think it gave me 10K to start, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Income ratios. I'm pretty sure I started with 10K. Yeah, right there. Owner's equity, 10,000. That's all I started with. Oh, it gave me 10,000 more. It says special cash bonus for changing to advanced career mode. And then, yeah, look, I immediately used 5,600 as a bond to rent the Cessna. The Corvallis was the very first thing I did. Bork, bork, bork. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that bork bork emote. It's unfortunately here to stay, I think. I don't want to need a bork bork emote. She's a Chihuahua. She's 1.5. Actually, she's about to be 2. Yeah, how did you get 170K, Ben? What the heck? Hacks. He's hacking. Call the career mode police. It says 100K to 200K depending on the world. Oh, it's, yeah, okay, because I chose Thunder, that's why. Probably. 1.5 mil. Oh yeah, if you start as an airline. But that's in the form of a loan, Dan. If you check your loans, you'll have a 1 million loan. Or 1.5 million loan you have to pay back. Need a character for her? We can reveal. Yeah, the puppy's been on Discord photos before. She's okay with her privacy being violated. Hand yourself in. No, you don't have to do that. Just send me the money, okay? Send me the credits. So I can get a Sky Courier or something. Alright, so 24 minutes till top of descent. I put in the LNAV VNAV for runway 35. Let's double check the weather. SBGM. No METAR available. And it's just a Unicom frequency, so it's like a CTAF frequency. It says information though, I don't know, I guess I'll tune in. Just in case it's like an ATIS style thing, but I don't know. Tune La Paz Center. Flight following. Nah. Even with the 170K, yeah, still in the Corvallis, yeah. Yeah, I think I want to do. It'd be cool to do the Sky Courier again. I was kind of having fun with it, Neofly, until I couldn't load the cargo section properly. I don't know. I feel like with a bunch of fixes, like as the integration gets better, it'll be so cool if the career mode apps can load passengers in. So if all of a sudden when we load 2 passengers, it puts them in the correct seats, and you see the avatars in there, would be so cool. Because the avatars in 2024 are great. The variety is awesome. Like when we're flying the ES-30 and stuff and flying the Saab in career mode, having all those passengers in the back was so cool. I just want that, you know, and it's cool when you're doing any plane, any kind of passenger thing. So I just want that to work with the other, you know, with the other career mode apps. Yeah, the sun glare can be really annoying. Alright, so 1,200 feet, no, sorry, 2,100 for the final approach fix altitude. Oh, I never climbed higher. I didn't give it enough, I guess we'll just do altitude hold. Should probably go higher, actually. Let me get up to... I guess I'd get down to 9,000. I didn't give it enough speed to get up to the preset altitude. I was trying to go up to 11,000, but we've been out of the clouds, so I've been okay with it. Alright, I'm gonna go down to 9,000 first. Can you enter someone else's plane? No, not yet. Allegedly, they're working on it, or at least working on shared cockpit first. Wipe the screens, yeah. And wipe the bugs off. Like, there's an option to clean the bugs off. It looks like... Oh, no, I reloaded in, so they're gone. But yeah, to clean the windshields. They, like, don't expect you to fly, like, 5 flights in a row, I guess. I don't know. But if you just do one long flight, it's going to build up over time anyway. Longitude with a hacked one set. Dude, the longitude's so good. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to fly a variety of missions. And, you know, use a bunch of different planes. Alright, there's altitude capture for 9,000. And now I'll set it down to, what was it, 2100? 2100 VNAV. VNAV is broken. So I have a, it's funny, I have a shortcut for flight director toggle, which you would think would be the exact same thing as clicking FD over here. But you see, there's still no VNAV. Now I'm going to hit my shortcut for it. Bam, VPath. Only when I hit the shortcut, not when I hit the button. It's so weird. I don't know how that's a thing. You would think they would control the same, they have the same effect. But no, it does not. Your dream is Flight Sim 24 with BeyondATC VFR, shared cockpit, emergencies and traffic. Yes, and being able to choose live weather with any time of day. And that. But yes, I mean they're working on, they're going to be working on VFR. It's on their roadmap. They announced the LLM. That's going to like start the kind of the foundation there. The flight director.